The Magic Flute. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a young and handsome prince named Tamino. He was kind-hearted and full of courage. One day, while he was out hunting in the deep forest, he was chased by a terrible dragon. The dragon roared and spat fire, its huge claws ready to tear Tamino apart. Tamino ran as fast as he could, his heart pounding in his chest. But the dragon was too fast. Just when it seemed that all was lost, 3 beautiful ladies appeared. They were the servants of the Queen of the Night. With their magic powers, they defeated the dragon and saved Tamino's life. The ladies were very kind to Tamino. They showed him a portrait of the queen's daughter, Princess Pamina. As soon as Tamino saw the portrait, he fell deeply in love with her. The ladies told Tamino that Pamina was being held captive by the evil Sarastro, the high priest of the Temple of Wisdom. They asked Tamino to rescue Pamina and gave him a magic flute. The magic flute has special powers, the ladies said. When you play it, it can calm wild beasts, make flowers bloom, and even soften the hearts of the most cruel people. But you must be brave and true on your journey. Tamino set off on his adventure. Along the way, he met a strange little man named Papageno. Papageno was a bird catcher, always singing and joking. He wanted to join Tamino on his quest to rescue the princess. Tamino agreed, and they became good friends. As they walked deeper into the forest, they heard strange noises. Suddenly, a group of wild animals appeared. There were lions with sharp teeth and bears with huge paws. Tamino took out his magic flute and began to play a gentle melody. The wild animals stopped in their tracks. Their fierce eyes softened, and they lay down peacefully on the ground. Papageno was amazed. "This flute is really something," he exclaimed. "With this, we can surely rescue the princess." They continued their journey and soon reached the Temple of Sarastro. The temple was a grand and imposing place, surrounded by high walls. Guards stood at the entrance, their spears ready. Tamino and Papageno were stopped by the guards, but Tamino played his flute, and the guards' hearts were touched. They let the 2 friends enter the temple. Inside the temple, they found that things were not as they seemed. Sarastro was not an evil man at all. He was a wise and just leader who was trying to teach Pamina the ways of wisdom and virtue. The Queen of the Night was actually the one who was evil. She wanted to use Pamina for her own selfish purposes. Pamina was in the temple, but she was sad and lonely. She had been told lies by her mother and was confused. When she saw Tamino, she was overjoyed. But Sarastro told Tamino and Pamina that they had to go through a series of tests to prove their worthiness of love and wisdom. The first test was the test of silence. Tamino and Pamina were not allowed to speak for a long time. It was very difficult, especially for Papageno, who loved to talk. But they all endured the test. The second test was the test of fire and water. They had to pass through a field of fire and then swim across a raging river. Tamino and Pamina held hands tightly and faced the challenges bravely. With the help of Tamino's magic flute, they managed to overcome these tests. Finally, after all the tests, Sarastro was satisfied. He declared that Tamino and Pamina were worthy of each other. The Queen of the Night, furious at her plan failing, tried to attack the temple with her dark magic. But Tamino played his magic flute, and the power of the flute was so strong that it defeated the queen's evil magic. The temple was filled with joy. Tamino and Pamina were united in love. Papageno also found his true love, a beautiful bird catcher girl named Papagena. They all lived happily ever after in the Temple of Wisdom, learning and growing under the guidance of Sarastro. This story teaches us many important lessons. First of all, we should not judge people by first impressions. Sarastro seemed evil at first, but in fact, he was a good and wise man. We should look deeper into people's hearts and understand their true nature. Secondly, love and friendship are very powerful. Tamino and Pamina's love for each other gave them the strength to go through the difficult tests, and the friendship between Tamino and Papageno helped them on their journey. Finally, we should always strive for wisdom and virtue. Just like Tamino and Pamina, we should be willing to learn and grow, and face challenges bravely in order to become better people.